Hey guys! Welcome to this week's art video. Straight away, you might tell throughout the course of this video that I have a little bit of a lisp, and that is because I got Invisalign. So I have my trays in right now because I need to keep them in as long as possible. So yeah, I actually recorded audio, or thought I recorded audio, a little bit earlier when I had them out right after I ate lunch. But after I recorded it, I went and I put my trays back in and went to edit the audio and I couldn't find it. Apparently, I didn't record it. I don't know. So I'm here now, re-recording, keeping my trays in this time because I want my Invisalign treatment to stay on track. So I need to keep them in for, I think what they say the optimal amount of time is 22 hours a day, which is a lot. You are only supposed to take them out for eating, drinking, and brushing your teeth. Drinking as in like if you want coffee or basically anything other than water. So yeah, they suggest if you have your trays in just to drink water because they stain very easily and then you'll be stuck with that tray for the next like week or so. But yeah, apparently my treatment should be about 6 months or so, maybe a little longer depending on if I need more refinement at the end, but we'll see. Anyway, on to this art video. As you can tell by now, I am actually doing something with traditional media instead of digital media. It's been a while. It was kind of nice to whip out my paints and try to work on something a lot bigger. In the beginning, you can see me tracing lines. I actually did start this in Procreate. I sketched it out with the same dimensions as this canvas, and then I blew it up in Photoshop, printed it out, taped the pieces of paper together, and then transferred it onto this bigger piece. So the yellow that you can barely see, I took pastel and I rubbed it on the back and then drew over the paper to transfer it. And then because it wasn't showing up that great, especially on camera, and because I was worried that it would be a little confusing for me and maybe even rub off, I used a blue marker and went over the lines again. So this piece is actually going to be my DIY video, or part of my DIY video for this week. So I'll explain and show more on the image transferring process. So if you want to learn how to do that or have it explained more clearly, I guess, you can check that out on Thursday. The majority of this painting was done with acrylic paint. I have a big old box of acrylics and they're just nice to work with because they dry so quickly. Really, my favorite paint medium to use are oil paints, but they're just so messy. Well, not really messy, but it takes a lot to clean them, and I have 2 curious cats, and with the layout of my house, I don't have a room that I could like close the door and I guess like keep them away. Literally, the only room in my house that has a door to like close it off is the bathroom. If you're curious about the type of house I'm in, it's called a shotgun house. You see them in a lot of places in the South. It's basically like a series of rooms, like back to back, I guess, with doorways in between, and there's not even like doors in those doorways. Basically, I don't have a separate little studio that I could just like set my paints up in, because really the beauty of oil paints is that you can leave them out and they won't dry out immediately. So you can leave a project out and not worry about it for like a few days up to a week or so. But yeah, I can't do that here. So my next best option is acrylics because they dry so quickly and cleanup is just water. Super easy. I mean, I still don't want my pets to like drink the dirty paint water, which they try to do, but it's a lot easier than like trying to clean up paints with like turpentine and stuff like that. So yeah, this piece, I'm only really focusing on like the face because that's where a lot of the like more interesting parts of the painting are. The jacket actually is not going to be painted. I chose this specific fabric because it looks like kind of worn, acid washed denim, and so that was going to make up her jacket, which has to do with the DIY, which you'll see why on Thursday if you go check that out. But yeah, with this one I just painted everything with acrylics. The background I actually used some like leftover house paint. I forgot what they call it. It's like when you go to a home improvement store and they have paint that they mix together but it's wrong, so it's like discounted. It was like that. It's just like a nice gray color, so I picked it up, and if I have like big areas that I need to cover, I usually use that. That's kind of a good tip, I guess, if you're trying to like paint and keep it on the cheaper side. It's house paint, so I think the one that I got was like latex based, so it works pretty similarly to acrylic. Like, it dried really fast and clean up with water, etc., etc. So my initial plan going into October was to do a compilation video of my Inktober drawings every Tuesday. Last year I posted a new art video for Inktober every single day, which was pretty intense. I mean, I managed to get it done obviously, but it was a lot of work, and I just knew that I couldn't do that to myself this year, especially because I still have a lot to do for Hollow Week, and even my normal DIY videos for this month. I'm a little stressed out about it, but I think I can get it done. The project that I'm doing for this particular piece that I'm working on right now, I've had that idea for a while. This is my second attempt to do this, and I knew that I wanted to do an art video along with the actual project, just because, you know, I was painting something for it, so I might as well. And it just so happens that I decided to do this for the first week of October, so that meant that my art video could not be my Inktober drawings, which actually kind of works out anyway because I would have only had 2 Inktober drawings for now. So I basically just decided to add those on to the next Inktober compilation video. So yeah, this month is just going to be completely traditional media, this painting first, and then a bunch of ink drawings. Anyone with a keen eye, you might notice that I am marathoning Friends in the background on my laptop. I've actually never watched it before, but people reference it all the time, and when I mention it to people, they usually are in disbelief. I had nothing else to watch really while I was working on this, so I figured I would marathon it. And I have a lot of other art pieces that I'm going to be doing this month, so I feel like it's kind of perfect. I just finished season 1 while I was working on my first 2 Inktober drawings. But anyway, I, as usual, am finding it difficult to think of things to talk about during this painting, so I'm just gonna let the music finish it out and then pop back in at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully my lisp wasn't too distracting. I'm trying to get better at talking with these things in. If you did like the video and the artwork, then please leave a like, and if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. I post art videos every Tuesday and DIY videos every Thursday. And this month I do a thing called Halloween, where the week before Halloween I do a few little like Halloween type of DIYs. So if that kind of thing interests you, then make sure to subscribe to check that out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later this week to finish this project.